This particular lecture is entitled The Millionaire Mastermind System of Wealth Building and Investing in Businesses and Stocks and Bonds, of course. This system I actually name as the ultimate system in investing. Making the distinction between passive investments and a professional investment business venture, an investment company, an investment corporation. I am of the opinion that one should organize one's investment objectives, and that the core of building wealth is ownership in an investment company. If one chooses to invest in stocks, franchises, or a family member's business, or even their own business, that one should first and foremost start an investment company, a holding company. And in that investment company, one should plan to expand the investments in various different business ventures. Of course, I would advise that your core business or your core investment has reached full maturity and profitability, so that you do not spread yourself too thin, unless there is clear business opportunities that do not have the degree of risk that basically could negatively affect your overall profit margins in regards to your investment company. So if all of these business ventures are profitable, or the ones that aren't having a negative impact on your investment company, then by all means investing every business opportunity that you can afford to invest in, that basically have a high probability of success. Of course, that is one approach. Of course, you could concentrate your investments in particularly one business. However, one of the core strategies of wealth building is diversifying your investment resources. Diversification is one of the core elements and origins behind extraordinary wealth, billionaire and millionaire wealth. Now, let's focus on the investment company. Now, I'm going to give you clear and concise examples on how to start an investment company. Now, starting an investment company is actually one of the less burdensome paths in regards to starting a business venture. One can start an investment company even before they have a viable product. One doesn't have to per se have lots of overhead. One doesn't have to have any overhead at all. One's sole asset in regards to an investment company is simply, or could be simply, the will and the desire to invest and build wealth. Secondly, it is intellectual resources, ideas. And remember, ideas can be converted into money. Ideas are assets. Now, let me give you a clear, concise example of starting an investment company. and how to start an investment company. Say your name is John Brown. You work a job that pays $40,000 a year. You've always had ideas about investing, about entrepreneurship. However, you do not have any investments. You do not hold any. You have no ownership in stocks or bonds. And pretty much you have never started a business in your life. Now, I'm using these particular examples just to clarify the simplicity in starting an investment company. Those who have had experience in the business, etc., could, of course, benefit from the clarity and just the structure of an investment company from the most simplest point of reference. Now, so Mr. John Brown comes to me and explains to me that he wants to invest in a business. Well, the first business I would tell Mr. Brown to invest in would be himself. And how do he invest in himself? I would explain it in clear language. First of all, investing your desire to invest. That's the beginning. You simply corporatize, or you simply organize your desires. How would we do that? Okay, we would start a business, John Brown Incorporated. John Brown Investments. What are you going to invest in? Well, we're going to start the company first. We're going to start off with some preliminary ideas on what we'll invest in. We will basically take a sheet of paper. We will write John Brown Incorporated at the top of it, or John Brown Investments. It doesn't have to be incorporated. Investments. It can be a pass-through company or business. And we will basically go get a business license, doing business as John Brown Investments. We will, of course, go through the tax identification process and every process that basically is relevant to starting a business. However, we can do this in a few hours in one day. Okay, then we will take a sheet of paper and we will basically state, okay, this is what we'll invest in. Or here is probable investment opportunities, franchising, small businesses, a car wash, your own restaurant, etc., etc. Now, how much money are we going to start this investment company with? John Brown only owns, or makes, $40,000 a year. So I told John Brown, take a small amount of money out of every paycheck and set it aside. As a matter of fact, how much money do you have right now? Disposable income. Well, right now, what I have, say his response is, well, I only have $1,000. I say, okay, John Brown. Now, determine how you want to invest this $1,000. And from there, we would start to, I would say, well, you can go with your passion, or you can simply conduct some research and basically go from there. You can take a analytical approach, or you can merge the two. Your passion. Say, for instance, John Brown goes with his passion and pretty much states that, well, I want to open, I want to start a tech business. Now, one would say, with $1,000, can you start a tech business? The answer is yes. You can start a tech business. With $1,000, first of all, the initiation of the business is going to be pure mind power. That's the first cost of the business. Now we can take the $1,000 and build and design business plans and go from there, and to attract investors. However, we can start that process even without $1,000. Now, I am simplifying this process just to explain to you how simple the process of starting an investment company is. Of course, he could decide to take these $1,000 and invest in a stock. He can use his information and resources from investing in that stock, and can decide to basically let others in on his investment company, and of course let them utilize their resources also. However, since he initiated the idea and basically is the passionate mind behind the concept, then he can capitalize on this also. Now, again, I have simplified the process of starting an investment company. As I mentioned, the advisement would be for any individual that doesn't have a clear, particular business plan, but know that they want to start businesses. The first and best step would be to start an investment company first and foremost, and let investing in businesses, whether it's your own businesses or someone else's business, to actually be your business. We will further examine the deeper elements and the more technical elements of starting an investment company and investing in stocks, and of course even strategies for becoming millionaire and billionaire, real technical scientific strategies, strategies that actually are good enough to have money back guarantees, that if you follow these principles and these strategies, you will acquire wealth